welcome to your December 2017 love reading with Divine Love Tarot. Welcome to the holiday season, guys. It's already December. The year is over. I just want to take the time to thank everybody that has given this channel a chance. I just started, in June, and I'm very grateful for you guys, your feedback, your emails, your requests for readings. I really, really have been enjoying this whole process. So I want to thank you guys. And, I was just compelled to just shuffle and deal the cards out. I think I got feedback from the last video. You like that. It takes less time out of the video, more time for me to talk. So let's go ahead and get into this December reading, because I feel like December, with all of the astrology transits and everything that's going on, and a lot of signs have had like a lesson that has been playing out, some for years, some for just a few months, some with a particular person, some a lesson in general with how we approach relationships. And December seems to be like the coming to a head for a lot of these situations. So Leo, let's see what's going on with you, okay? In your present position, you have the Five of Swords in reverse, okay? And with the Five of Swords in reverse, that means that conflict is coming to an end, or disagreements are kind of fading. Whatever had been going on the last few months, you guys are either, getting the communication you need to work that out, or at least just that conflicting energy is dying down, okay? The end of arguments. It's the end of, if there's competition, okay? If there's been competition in the relationship, if you're in a relationship, if there's been some type of competition, that also is coming to a head, okay? Either, somebody's being chosen, or, if it was a situation where there were outside influences to your relationship, they're no longer a factor. Now, what is crossing that, okay, actually, let's go ahead and clarify this conflict, this ending of conflict, and we get the Emperor in reverse, okay, in your current position. So the Emperor in reverse, in the current position, in the Five of Wands in reverse, this is showing me that not only is the argumentative side fading, or the conflicts fading, but also you're now seeming to follow your emotions more than your logic, okay? This is about finding a compromise, or, just realizing that, this logical approach that you might have had, and whether that's you or whether that's your partner, maybe your partner was the one that was having just a cold and logical approach to things. But either way, it shows that you have found a way now to compromise. You want to compromise in this situation. Okay? Now, what's crossing the Emperor in reverse and the Five of Wands is the King of Cups. So I feel like with the King of Cups, this represents passion, romance, someone who is just ready to open up and be emotional. And maybe this is your challenge to get back here, okay? Maybe, yes, you are ready to use your logic, okay? I mean, use your heart more than your logic. But to get back to the status of the King of Cups, okay? The King of Cups is the highest in the cup suit, okay? So for you to get that balanced emotion, all right, it's going to be a challenge, because right now things are not balanced, okay? You're all the way to another side. You're maybe overly emotional right now. The Emperor can also represent things may be a little bit chaotic right now. All right, so your challenge, Leo, this month is to get back to this place. Get back to a place where your emotions are balanced, you're expressing them in a balanced way, and, things in your relationship are peaceful, and kind of not even just, peaceful, romantic, not necessarily overboard with the romance, but like a very neutral time in the situation, okay? Now, for some, this can indicate that maybe you're trying to end the arguments. Maybe there's a King of Cups that is outside of your situation that's challenging you. And maybe that's what that competition was. So maybe you're trying to move forward in your current situation, and there's someone on the outside that is tempting you because they are very balanced and they are offering you romance and maybe possibly offering you what you felt like you've been missing in your relationship for the past few months. Okay, now for my singles, I feel like here you have realized, okay, with the Five of Swords in reverse and the Emperor in reverse, you've realized that whatever demeanor you were putting off was like kind of repelling people from you. All right, and your challenge also is to present yourself more as the King of Cups versus what you were before, because I can say that based on the previous readings that I had, where in the external factors it was like you were kind of presenting yourself in a way that wasn't endearing to other people, okay? Or it was kind of like making people kind of, question you. So now it's about you finding that balance again, okay? Finding that balance. For some of my singles, you're finding your balance. You're trying to find your balance. And, maybe there's a King of Cups who may be interested in you from afar, but with the King of Cups, they don't necessarily let you know how they feel right away. The King of Cups sometimes like to have dreams about you. They like to fantasize the relationship before they make a step forward. They can tend to be very shy. So maybe the challenge for you is to overcome that shyness, or your challenge now is to learn how to have the patience to deal with someone who exhibits that type of energy. Okay, especially if you are exhibiting a little bit of the Emperor in reverse right now, which can also be someone who's short-tempered. Okay, so let's not leave that out. Yeah, you might be finding a compromise in the situation, but for others, this represents that you are being a little bit short-tempered right now. Okay, even seen as a bully to some. So you're working on it, okay? You're working on it, but you're not there yet. So for some, your challenge is to get to being the King of Cups. For others, there's a King of Cups that's challenging. It's a challenging situation because how you're presenting yourself is really not going to allow this person to feel comfortable approaching you. Okay, moving on to your past position, we have the Sun card in the reverse. So this is your energy, Leo. So this may just been a time where you had low energy, where you weren't feeling the best. Your esteem maybe wasn't at its highest. You know what? I'm sorry. Before I get there, I want to clarify the King of Cups. I want to clarify the crossing. We got the Star card in reverse. Okay, so this represents low self-esteem, having unrealistic expectations. So once again, I feel like for my Leos that are in a relationship, you may be ready. Somebody's ready to smooth things out and somebody isn't. Okay, that's the long and short of it. And I just, looking at your external factors, I think maybe Leos, you guys want to smooth things out. You guys want to get back to the romance possibly. And I think maybe it's your partner that's not quite there yet. Okay. The Star card represents the needing to have patience. Okay. Things not going as you expected. Things not going as you want. All right. So, yeah, especially if there were conflicts in the past, especially with this low energy in the past. So you may be coming around, all right, or you're trying to come around, or maybe you're trying to clear the air and you want things to go back to how, they used to be, but your partner is still kind of reeling from whatever situation that you guys just went through. All right, so you can't expect that they're just going to jump and be on the same page that you are on emotionally. Maybe they are the King of Cups, okay? And so, yeah, they're not in the reverse because you seem to be the one that's in the reverse right now. So you seem to be the one that's still trying to find your balance. They seem to have their balance, okay? Or the challenge is for you to find your balance, okay? And until you find that balance, things are not going to be able to move forward the way that you would like them to. Or it's almost like you can't expect that people are going to be okay with you and you're being short-tempered. Like, yeah, you're trying to end the conflict, but at the same time, your personality, your emotions are still not quite under control yet. All right, now, like I said, there's a underlying factor of a confidence issue for some of us here. If it's not your confidence, it's just your energy, your enthusiasm is not at its highest. Okay. Now, moving on to your future energies, you have the Four of Cups in reverse. So that represents you letting go and being able to move forward. Okay, so maybe right now you haven't fully gotten there yet, but eventually you're going to get to a point where you're able to move past these conflicts that happened in the past. Okay, move past this time where you guys weren't seeing eye to eye if you were in a relationship. For my singles, you get to a point where you are you're letting go of anything that happened to you in the past. You're letting go of all the things that have been holding you back from love. So this is what you have to look forward to in the future. That's coming to you. I'll clarify that again, and we get the Two of Cups. All right, so the Two of Cups can indicate for some that there's a juggling here. There's a balancing act going on. For some of you, it could be work. All right, maybe work and financial issues have been causing all of this drama in your situation. For others, it could be that someone's juggling two people. All right, they could be possibly juggling or could have been juggling two relationships, but maybe in the future, one is going to be let go. All right, so, where the competition here may be fading. It may be fading because you're still needing to make that decision about who you actually want to be with for those who have another person that they were interested in. For others, it's just a balancing of your emotions, okay? It's all the imbalance here finally coming back into balance because you're letting go of all that negativity that is pulling you out of balance. All right, whether it's a limiting belief, whether it's being too idealistic, unrealistic about your relationship, having expectations, and you're just letting go. You're letting go of everything that is not serving you. Okay, and once you do that, you'll find that balance that you need in your love life if you're single, and in your relationship if you're in a relationship. I'm moving on to what you want. We've got the Page of Pentacles. So I feel like this Page of Pentacles has been coming up also in Leo readings. The Page of Pentacles is someone who is focused on the future. Okay, they do make future plans, but they do take their time. So for some of you, you want to move forward in your relationship, but you're not ready to rush into a commitment. And I think that has been a theme for Leos, or for some of my Leos. For others of you, you may be interested in someone who's younger than you, okay? Someone who's younger than you, but they are stable and they are interested in maybe having something with you long term, all right? But for my others, this is just you. Yes, you want this relationship, but you're not rushing. You want to take your time, or this person that you want wants to take their time. So this could be your partner, okay? This could be your partner, but they are presenting themselves as a Page of Pentacles in this reading because they are taking their time, especially because of these past conflicts. So yes, they have a future in mind with you, but maybe they are a little immature, okay? There's a little immaturity in the situation on how they deal with their emotions. So it's going to take them a little bit longer to get over the things that have happened, all right? And in the future, you guys are able to restore that balance. So, that's that. For others, like I said, there's somebody that you've got your eye on that can represent, maybe for my singles, there's someone who represents the Page of Pentacles. Like I said, they could be younger than you, or they could just be very slow moving, okay? They're not ready to rush into a commitment yet, but they are stable. They're not flighty, all right? So that's for some of my Leos. Moving on to your internal factors, you get the Six of Wands. So your energy is coming back, okay? That period of low energy is gone, and you're feeling kind of revved up right now, all right? Some of my Leos are feeling very passionate. You guys are feeling very sexual. You want some passion, so you might even be a little bit frustrated if your partner is still kind of, dragging their feet and not reciprocating that passion that you are feeling right now. Okay. Your energy is high. Your energy is back up. And that's good because you're heading in that right direction. And because your energy is back up, that's why I believe that you're going to be able to let go of whatever it was that was causing you to have low energy and have low self-esteem and not be your most confident Leo self. All right. Your advice for this reading is the Hanged Man in reverse. Hangman in reverse is saying that you need to let go. You need to let go of either these unrealistic expectations, all right? You need to let go of self-limiting beliefs. You need to let go of a specific idea of how relationships are supposed to be or how your relationship should be. Maybe you're holding on to how things were in the beginning of your relationship and you need to let that go because that honeymoon phase is over and it's time to move into the more practical phase of your relationship. You know, relationships have an ebb and flow. They're not always going to be high energy. They're not always going to be at a point where, you know, you guys are on the same page all the time. There are times when you guys are not on the same page. All right, so you have to let go of this idea that things are always going to be, you know, honky-dory or how you expect it all the time. Sometimes things don't go your way and you have to be able to roll with those punches, Leo. All right, so that's your advice as the Hangman in the reverse. Yeah, you need to be a little bit more decisive, okay? And it's, you know, basically accept things for how they are and not how you would like them to be. So that's just reiterating letting go of the high expectations. All right, now we move on to your external factors right now, and you get the Eight of Wands in the reverse. So that can indicate that there's not much going on. If you're single, that means there's really nothing going on in your external environment right now. Or there may be someone in your external environment, but they're not approaching you just yet. All right, they're not rushing into the situation. For others, there's some jealousy going on. So for my couples, maybe your partner has some jealousy issues, and it could be from whatever this competition was that was happening that's fading now. But they're holding back, okay? So your partner, and that's been apparent this whole reading. So they're holding back right now, and I think it's just because, you know, they're still not where you are as far as moving on from whatever it is that happened between the two of you. All right, I'll go ahead and I'll clarify. We get the Ace of Wands. So that's interesting because it's the Ace of Wands versus the Eight of Wands. All right, so here we have the beginning, a new beginning that's possible. So I think that for some of my Leos in relationships, your partner's just being stubborn. All right, they want this new beginning. They do want it, and I think that's why in the future you're able to move forward. They do want the new beginning, but they're just not making any moves right now. They're just being stubborn. All right, they're stubborn. They're a little bit jealous. They're just dealing with things in the way that they deal with them. Maybe a little bit immature about that too if they are the Page of Pentacles. For my singles, I feel like maybe you don't see anyone in your environment, but there is someone who wants to start something with you. Maybe even this King of Cups here that, you know, is challenging you in this time of, you know, being unbalanced. And, you know, for some of you, it could even be, you know, this King of Cups could be a water sign or just someone who's very in tune with their emotions. It could be an Aquarius, all right? But whoever it is, they're just not ready to approach you yet, all right? But maybe once you get now that your energy is back up and, you know, you get that balance back, maybe that's when they'll come in and they will approach you. All right, we get now to your hopes and your fears part of this reading, and you get the Empress. So, yeah, some of you want that loving and nurturing type of relationship. All right, you want to be pampered. You want to either be pampered, you want to nurture someone. Some of you even want children. All right, you want to be a mother. So you hope that that's what's in your future. And it looks like, you know, once you guys find that balance and let go of these unrealistic expectations for some of you, it's about letting go of people, letting go of that competition that's causing you issues in your current relationship. All right. For my singles, you could have people fighting over you and you think that's cool. But for some, especially if somebody is the King of Cups, the King of Cups is not going to stay in a situation that can possibly get their feelings hurt. All right. Maybe if the King of Cups was in reverse, he'd stay around because, they're overly romantic and, King of Cups in reverse is like, look, I'm gonna stay here. This is what I want, whatever. They're gonna maybe be emotional about it. It's gonna be a lot of drama, but they'll stay. The King of Cups in the upright is not going to stay in a competition. He's a king. He's a king. So if you have other people vying for your attention right now, for some, I see another story. For some of you, you could be dealing with an emperor who's in the reverse right now. An emperor that's just a little bit more emotional than they normally are. Maybe that's your partner. Okay, maybe your partner is out of balance right now, and you're trying to smooth things over with this person. But the challenge is that the other people who were that competition are not gone yet. Okay, maybe they're still there in the situation, and so that's why someone's hesitant about coming towards you, Leo. All right. So if you're in a relationship and there's people who are challenging that relationship, you need to get rid of them. You need to tell them, beat it, because you are causing problems with me and my partner. All right. For others, for my singles, you've got a few people who are interested in you, and maybe they know that there are other people in the situation. And so maybe the person that you really want is not coming towards you because of that. And so you need to make a decision and let go of all these other people that don't mean anything to you so that you can have this new beginning, with this new passionate beginning that you want, because you are feeling very passionate and sexual right now. All right, so make a choice. Let go of whatever you don't need. You don't need all that attention. You just need that attention from the right person. All right, and you'll get it. He'll give it to you. He just wants to make sure you know what I'm saying? You just got to get rid of. Nobody wants to be in a situation when there's other people sniffing around all the time. Yes, man, certain people will chase you and certain people will, for a time, but somebody who's truly interested and truly wants to be, once they make that known to you, they're not necessarily going to tolerate any games. So if you're playing any games, Leo, you want to be careful because you've got someone who's got their eye on you, but they're not going to give you this new beginning until you quit playing these games. All right, and that's not for everyone. That's just some of my Leos, and you'll know who I'm talking to. Now, moving on to the end of the reading, we have the Judgment card. All right. So for those of you who are in a long-term situation, it's really simple. You guys are either going to find a compromise with each other and get past these issues, or your partner is going to decide that they don't want to be in this situation anymore. All right. So for some of you, maybe it's your partner who's the Eight of Wands in reverse. They're not coming towards you. Maybe this new beginning is with someone else. All right, maybe some of you have your eye on someone else already. That's why your partner is like, all right, you know what, I'm out of here because I could tell your energy is not even coming towards me. It's coming towards this Page of Pentacles. So I'm going to go ahead and move on. All right, so that's going to resonate with some of you. For others, your partner is going to make a definitive decision and say, look, they're going to give you the ultimatum. Going to say, I want to be with you, but I'm not going to stay here with you with this drama. Okay, I'm not going to deal with this. So your partner is essentially going to put their foot down and say, look, now if I've missed this reading, if I've missed the energy, and maybe your partner was the one who had other people that they were paying attention to, okay, maybe the competition was coming towards you. All right, so then here, that final judgment is going to be you saying, look, I'm not going to settle for this situation. All right, because I have somebody else who I have my eye on anyway, that I'm interested in, that I feel like I can have this very passionate new beginning with. All right, but remember, these Ace of Wands, it's just the beginning. This doesn't indicate a long-term relationship or longevity, so you want to be careful. Now, the thing here, though, with this situation is there is a karmic connection here. So I feel like with the Judgment card, there's going to be a decision made about this karmic relationship, whether you guys stay together or whether somebody moves on. And yeah, I think that's it. think that's it. You guys got a lot of I mean, there's a good balance here between major arcana and and minor, but you know, you have a major arcana for your decisions, you have a major arcana for your outcome. You're being challenged, major arcana, your past. So there is a karmic connection that is really like is going to be determined in the month of December. It's like make it or break it, okay? This is like the make it or break it. Either we're going to make it or we're not. All right? So by the end of December, you guys are going to kind of make a decision, or a decision is going to be made. Whether you make it or not, something's going to happen, and it's going to be determined whether this current relationship is going to work or not. Okay? For my singles, I feel like someone is going to come in, and I feel like you're really going to make a decision about how you want to move forward in your love life. I think there's going to become there's going to be someone that comes in and causes you to say, you know what? I do want to be in a relationship. I'm tired of being single. I am ready to move forward. All right. And I'm tired of second guessing myself. I'm tired of doubting. I'm tired of this low self-esteem. I'm tired of being confused. I'm tired of having unrealistic expectations. I'm going to take a chance on love. Okay. I'm going to take a chance, and I'm ready to let go of, you know, maybe you were juggling as a single person. You were juggling some people, and you're like, you know what? I made a decision. This is the person that I want to be with. All right, Leo. So I like that because, you know, I like anything that offers you a choice, right? I mean, the thing is though is that you have to make that choice, because if you don't, it's going to be made for you. All right? So you have that opportunity now, and you'll know who you are. Like I said, this is going to resonate really hard for some. Some of you, there may only be parts of this reading that resonate, and so if it doesn't apply, you got to let it fly, right? But some of my Leos have been playing around. And, you know, especially if you haven't been in a serious commitment, of course, you are weighing your options. But you don't want to miss out on an opportunity that you could possibly have with someone, you know, dealing with other people that you know you don't want. They're just around for the attention. And, you know, Leos, you love a court, right? You love a court. You love to have a team of people that are, you know, giving you that attention and kind of worshiping you. And, you know, that's great. But if you are ready to move on, if you're ready to be in a relationship, then make your intentions clear to that person that is the most special to you. Okay, guys. So I hope you enjoy your December. You may hear from me again before the month is out. But if you don't, Merry Christmas, everybody. If you celebrate, you know, Happy Kwanzaa, Happy Hanukkah. If you don't celebrate at all, Happy December. All right, and I'll see you guys soon. Bye, Leo.